في كتابه المبرم الفرقان العظيم. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وكونوا مع الصادقين. Respected brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum jami'an wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Today is one of the important days for anyone who submits himself to Ahlul Bayt alayhim salawatullah, and especially Imam Hussein alayhi salam. Today is the wafat and the rihlat of Hazrat Ummul Baneen alayhi salam. Today is the day that an example of a great mother, an example of a loyal great mother leaves this dunya. Today is the day that we need to know the real meaning of submitting to the Imam. What does submission to the Imam mean? Hazrat Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali alayhi salatu wassalam, after he lost Bibi Fatimah Zahra salamullahi alayha, his children were so young. He had 2 sons and 2 daughters, Imam Hassan and Imam Hussein, Hazrat Zainab and Kulthum alayhim salawatullah. It was hard to take care of the kids. As you know, the mother is playing important roles, especially for younger kids, and it's hard for a father to take care of them. One day, Ibn Abbas rahmatullahi alayhi came to Amir al-Mu'mineen and said, Ya Ali, I think it's a time for you to get married, because you need a mother for your children and you need someone to take care of your children, because Hazrat Zainab salamullahi alayha is so young and she's not able to take care of the kids. Amir al-Mu'mineen Ali alayhi salatu wassalam says to Ibn Abbas that the wife that he's going to marry needs to be from a brave tribe, and the wife that he's going to marry needs to be pure and pious. The wife that he's going to marry needs to be submitted to the Quran and Ahlul Bayt alayhim salawatullah. Hazrat Ibn Abbas rahmatullahi alayhi introduces him Hazrat Ummul Baneen, and he says she is from a tribe, one of the bravest tribe that is called Bani Kilab, and she's a very pure and pious person. Also, her parents are so pious, so I would recommend you to go and marry her. The marriage arrangement happened, and Hazrat Ummul Baneen alayhi salam married with Amir al-Mu'mineen. When they were trying to take her to the house of Amir al-Mu'mineen, there is usually a culture for the new brides that they put them on a new, for example, shoes and clothes, and they give her like new shoes, new clothes, new equipments and things like that, furnitures and things, all things like that. But Ummul Baneen said, no, don't do that to me, please. Because I'm not going to go to their house as a wife. I'm going to live with Amir al-Mu'mineen as a servant. And I'm not going to be a stepmother for the children of Amir al-Mu'mineen. I am just going to be a servant, a khadima, a maid for the children of Amir al-Mu'mineen. That's what she said to the family. And she said, in this place, I would like you to leave me, and I go alone without anything, without any clapping or happiness. And I would just like to knock the door and go to the house of Amir al-Mu'mineen as a slave, as a maid. She knocks the door. Hazrat Zainab salamullahi alayha opens the door. Ummul Baneen hugs Zainab Kubra salamullahi alayha. And then once she goes inside and she sees the children in a very young age, they're looking at Ummul Baneen. And Amir al-Mu'mineen called her Fatima. Her name was Fatima. Amir al-Mu'mineen says, Fatima, this is Zainab, this is Kulthum, this is Hassan, this is Hussein alayhi salawatullah. She starts crying. Amir al-Mu'mineen says, why are you crying, Fatima? Then she says, Ya Ali, please, I have a request. Do not call me Fatima from now on. That was my name when I was in my house. In your house, just call me the servant and the maid for your children. Because my name is the same name as their mother. And when you were calling me Fatima, I saw the eyes of Zainab were wet. I would believe that Zainab was remembering her mother. So please do not call me Fatima. Then Amir al-Mu'mineen says, I am going to call you Ummul Baneen from now on. This is the name that Amir al-Mu'mineen gave her. And I ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to give you sons. Ummul Baneen means mother of sons. That Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will bless you with a lot of sons. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala gave her 4 sons. Hazrat Abul Fazl Abbas, Ja'far, Abdullah, Uthman. They were the sons of Amir ibn Ummul Baneen and Amir al-Mu'mineen alayhim salawatullah. So when the sons were born, especially Abbas alayhi salam, Ummul Baneen was always telling him that Imam Hussein is your sir, he's not your brother, he is like your arbab, your king, and you are like a servant for him. So whatever he says, you have to listen to him. He is your agha, he is your sardar, he is your imam. That's why whenever Hazrat Ummul Baneen was giving food, she was always giving food first to the children of Hazrat Zahra sallallahu alayha, and then her children. She had this much respect to Hazrat Zahra sallallahu alayha. And she was always asking her children to be behind the children of Hazrat Zahra sallallahu alayha. She was the best mother after Fatima Zahra salamullahi alayha. That's why Hazrat Zainab salamullahi alayha, the moment that when Hazrat Abbas Salamullahi alayhi became Shaheed, she said, now we don't have any supporter. Now we will get ready to be hostage. We will be ready to be taken as a captives. We will be ready for torture because there is no one to defend from us. Then Hazrat Zainab Salamullahi alayha says, وَذِعَةَ أَمَانٍ مِنَ الْأَسِيرِ مِنَ الْإِسَارَةِ. That means we actually now getting ready to become captive because now we don't have anyone to support us. And then when Imam Hussein alayhi salatu wassalam sees the body of Hazrat Abbas salamullahi alayhi, he says, أيها الناس الآن انكسر ظهري وقلت حيلتي وانقطع رجائي. That means this is the time that my back broke, I lost my hope, and I don't have any hope in this dunya. Brothers and sisters, maybe today is the day of Hajat. If you have any Hajat, do not look at me. Connect yourself to Ummul Baneen. Connect yourself to Hazrat Abbas salamullahi alayhima. Ya Allah, here when Ummul Baneen knocks the door as she goes for the first time to the house of Amir al-Mu'mineen, Zainab opens the door, and now it's another place that Ummul Baneen was waiting for Zainab. Ummul Baneen sees a lady older than herself. She cannot recognize her. She gets close to her and she says, who you are? I don't know who you are. And then she says, Ya Ummul Baneen, Ana Zainab bint Ali. I am Zainab, the daughter of Amir al-Mu'mineen. La ilaha illallah. Ummul Baneen cannot believe that Zainab within a few months, 2 months, 3 months, she became that old. What happened to you, Zainab? And then Zainab is trying to tell her about her sons, but she says nothing. She says, no, tell me about Hussein. And the second time, she's trying to talk about Abul Fadl Abbas. She says, no, tell me about Hussein. Tell me about Hussein. And then finally Zainab says, they made your Hussein Shaheed. La ilaha illallah. Here Ummul Baneen says, Ya Allah, now do not call me Ummul Baneen. I am not the mother of the sons because I don't have anyone. وَسَيَعْلَمُ الَّذِينَ ظَلَمُوا أَيَّ مُنْقَلَبٍ يَنْقَلِبُونَ إِنَّا لِلَّهِ وَإِنَّا إِلَيْهِ رَاجِعُونَ. اللهم صل على محمد وآل Muhammad. Brothers and sisters, do not forget to recite 2 rak'at namaz for Hazrat Ummul Baneen today, and after that just say 133 times Ya Kashif al-Karb an wajh al-Husayn ikshif karbi بحق أخيك الحسين عليه السلام. Just 133 times after the namaz, and send the thawab of this namaz to Hazrat Ummul Baneen عليه الصلاة والسلام. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. If you have any questions, we still have 5 minutes.